You know, what's the average person got? 40 channels of shit. The average person has got 40 channels of shit and a window onto my reality. I'll tell you something, right? Okay. Well, television is targeted for a start, so they're trying to drive people insane anyway. But, you know, my perspective on Saddam, you know, great bloke. My perspective on Gaddafi, great bloke. You know, it's like my perspective on... So... But that's television targeting. You know, I was targeted by the television. I saw them. What was my observation? Great blokes. You know, you didn't have to keep putting it by me the whole time until you murdered them both on film, you know. You didn't have to keep running it by me, you know. You know where everyone's sitting in their houses in front of their box. You know what you're showing them. And you're driving people insane. You know, I didn't need to know, and I didn't want to watch anything else that was going out, you know. Why should I need to know that? Two geezers, not my problem. You know, you wound the whole fucking story up so much. You know, I saw him hanging him. I saw him being hung, strangled to death by a rope. It was never the fucking British responsibility to fucking see that that happened to fucking anyone. You know, why? Because of. Skinny little geezer, didn't know what he was doing. Probably high on drugs. The Prime Minister of 2002. You know, if you're going to show films of the inside of the Houses of Parliament with people speaking, you've got to do a better job than putting a man there who's just going to say the same thing. Like, forever and a day, you know. He just stands in there saying the same thing forever and a fucking day. You know, and I knew he was going to. Well, you know, I knew he was the wrong man for the job, but, you know, because of that, you know, 91, you know, Blair's elected, war breaks out, and war don't stop. So, or was it 91? Hold it, 91. Yeah, 91. Blair comes to election. War breaks out and it don't stop for 30 years. So, 91, Blair's elected, I'm imprisoned, war breaks out. Fucking hell. So, that's the truth. That's the truth. That's the truth. None of these kids are alive. They don't know what the fuck is the truth. You know, so, you know, Britain, UK, England, you've had your 30 years war. I mean, because of a Prime Minister. You know, and you think you're going to have this war forever and a day. It's like, you know, don't let a child fucking cross-talk me. I don't care if she's the fucking daughter of fucking Ebenezer. You know, look, right? I was trying to stop war as a research scientist at a British university. I was trying to stop war. Now, you had me imprisoned and you started a war. So, who is in the right and who is in the wrong? Because I've been trying to stop a war and you've been trying to start a war. And I've been doing that. I've been trying to stop. Well, for a start, I've got to get myself out of jail. But the fact is, I was always trying to stop the war, and I still am. And the war is on me as well as being overseas. So you know, I'll be as insulting as I have to be to make clear the truth. So, you know, what's going on round here? Bicycles are fucking drug dealers. You know, all in on the act. All in on the fucking act. All in on the act. You know, okay, all right, so this is the thing, you know. UK, you know, murders and destroys fucking everything and everyone for the sake of a nation of bicycles of drug dealers. It's absolutely fucking ridiculous. This is not recreation. Fucking hell. You know, where do these people come from? Well, I've said, oh, you say I don't have evidence. Well, I fucking do. You know, half the people in the country are wanted by the FBI and every other fucking agency across the fucking planet. They're all fucking terrorists, the fucking lot of them. You know, and this is the fucking con. You know, so, well, you know, excuse me, but you're the one who's piped this television into me. So, you know, like I walk past this, I'm in a prison and I walk past the television and it declares that war has started. So that was 2002, and I think you'll find it documented on Google that war began in 2002. But the war began in 91. So approximately 30 years ago. Well, you say, yeah, it's approximately 30 years. What is it, 25, 27 years? You know, you work it out. You know, the European war started approximately 30 years ago. It's getting on 30 years ago. Before that, there'd been peace in the country for many, many, many years. It was Blair who declared war. You know, it's a fact. It's a fact. Look on Google. I don't care if it's not there or it says something different. Look, when did the European war begin? In the early 90s. Just after I got imprisoned in 91, so... And continued through to 2002 when Blair declares another war. You know, so so really you've got to understand that you can't continue this. If I die tomorrow, you'll be having your war forevermore, you know. You know, look, I don't mean to go back to it, you know, but, you know, stolen IDs from gravestones. Look, who is fucking who? Okay? Fake IDs, yes, they use them. Fake names, yes, they use them. Who are the people in the country? Not who anybody fucking thinks. They've all got fucking different names than anybody fucking realises. Tracking them down. Look, you could have fucking listened to me a long fucking time ago. A long time ago. Who's who? Who's fucking who? Look, you know, when was it? 6 or 7 years? When Cameron's in his fucking observational control room telling the police to fucking beat shit out of people. You know, it's like, what was that all about? You know, and why is it me that gets fucking targeted by that fucking television system every time? I won't go near a television through fear of just being blasted by some fucking information. See, if I hadn't have had the information, I'd have ended up back here. And this is where the trouble was. Or would it have been trouble for me if I'd have got back? Well, I suppose it would have been trouble for me if I'd have got back here. You know, the Croydon riot that began in Tottenham. The Tottenham Croydon riot. When all the Tottenham people showed up in Croydon and started looting. That's what the BBC said. the Tottenham people showed up, or was it the BBC? Could have been any channel. Yeah, it was the BBC. I don't know. I must have. You see, something happened. The channel said, whichever channel, and you can hazard your guesses, said people from Tottenham showed up in Croydon, started looting, the police went in, smashed them to pieces. But who can believe a television? But the fact, who can believe a television? Who can believe a television? I can't believe television anymore, except that they pick their moments and they tell their lies. So, you know, it was all so much rubbish because, you know, they were just focusing me with the ideas. They were just focusing the ideas at me through a fucking television. You know, I was a long way away to the northeast in Europe. I was in the northeast beyond Europe, the Mediterranean. I was near the Mediterranean somewhere, I forget where, I'd gone past Germany and was somewhere else. And when I got back, the whole country, well, Croydon was rioting. So, you know, Croydon was rioting. Television said people from Tottenham came to Croydon, smashed the place up, stole everything, and yeah, it was quite interesting actually, flying over Germany. I found it quite interesting, though somewhat terrifying, but I found it interesting. I saw the Rhine actually, I saw the Rhine, yes, I saw the fucking Rhine. From about 600 fucking metres or something. 1,200 metres, 3,000 metres, 2 kilometres. I flew over the fucking Rhine. In fact, I flew along the fucking Rhine. From bottom to fucking top. And when I flew back via a similar route, the people round here were smashing the place to fucking pieces. You know, wherever I go, the fucking Prime Minister follows. I've had a holiday somewhere, he takes a holiday somewhere. You know, television targeting, television targeting, television targeting, you know. You know, I think everyone on the, you know, I think the Prime Minister pays to have his fucking image projected onto my, when I had a television, he paid to have his image projected onto my fucking television day in and day fucking out, you know. Christ, I hope that aircraft doesn't crash. Because it's us that it might fucking crash onto. So anyway, I forget which day it was, a few years ago, I flew out. When I flew out, I left a huge fucking data bank in the room. By the time I got back, the data bank had been what? Now the whole fucking town was, the whole of Croydon was, well, from Croydon to Clapham Junction to, look, Tottenham, look, Croydon was rioting. Who'd seize the opportunity while I was away to go through my data? You know, it's kind of, you know, my intentions with what I do, what I'm trying to do is fucking offset, is try to stop the problems that are going on. That's all I've ever been trying to do, but it doesn't seem to have helped that I've been blasted by commentaries of people upon you know, don't fucking try and say anecdotes that make fucking no sense even to children, you know. No one can repair the damage that was done last night when I was injected in the head and the spine while I was asleep. And that's been going on 30 fucking years. So, don't tell me we live in a free country. Don't tell me this and that. You know, you sent in computer spies, rock and roll spies, sex spies, spies of this and spies of fucking that. And at the end of the day, you're known as fucking torturers. So because there was nothing you could have ever found out. You know, I didn't need a Reading to fucking tell me to do fucking anything. Neither did I need a Smith or an Ant. Fuck. Neither did I need a Smith or a Mann or a Skinner or a fucking anyone. I didn't need any of these people. I'd already decided my life before I met any of them. And as for the family, they're just as fucking bad. You know, why is it me that gets the blame for what all these corrupt people get up to? You know, they think they're having revenge. Revenge on fucking what? Revenge on what? What are they having revenge on? That I tell them they're evil little bastards, and then they have more revenge, and then I'll tell them they're even more evil little bastards, and then they have even more revenge, and then I'll tell them that they're even worse than that, and then they have more revenge. You know, what's going on here? You know, excuse me, madam, but you couldn't help me out. However pitiful for me you looked, you couldn't help me. You know, well, if feelings for something can move fucking the world, then maybe, you know, but I don't think they can. I think all they do is suck a vortex in the body till there's fuck all left. You know, look, you know, I have been, as I said before, you know, I haven't chosen this role in life. I haven't chosen this role in life. You know, I never chose any of it. It was all, you know, when I was 4 years old, I watched Top of the Pops. And when I was about 5 years old, someone bought me a guitar. And I started playing guitar from watching Top of the Pops. So, and that was on the BBC. So did I choose it or did I choose it? I just saw it on the BBC. That was 1971. In 1971, I used to watch Top of the Pops on the BBC. And then in 1972, someone bought me a guitar. So did I choose to be a guitarist? Or was I made? Was I forced? Was I provoked?